On October 5, 2024, France announced a significant policy shift by halting arms shipments to Israel. This decision comes amid escalating tensions in the Middle East and raises critical questions about the future of international relations and defense strategies in the region. Join us here at Mwaki Insights as we explore the complexities, historical context, and potential ramifications of this pivotal development in global politics. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, it means the world to us. France has long been a vital military supplier to Israel, providing everything from fighter jets to advanced defense systems. On October 5, 2024, President Macron announced a halt to military exports, sending shockwaves through defense circles. This decision is significant because over 20% of Israel's external arms supplies come from European countries like France. The immediate suspension could severely impact Israel's operational capabilities in Gaza and Lebanon, where ongoing conflicts demand a steady supply of advanced weaponry. Defense analysts are now debating the long-term implications of this move on regional stability and Israel's military strategy. Public protests have flooded French streets, fueled by outrage over civilian casualties in Gaza. This surge in activism has been particularly notable since the escalation of violence in early October 2024. Macron's decision to halt arms shipments is widely seen as a response to the growing anti-Israel sentiment within his own borders, a sentiment that has intensified following recent events in Gaza. With protests raging across France, Macron had to walk a fine line balancing foreign policy commitments and his domestic popularity. The decision reflects a broader shift in public opinion, as more French citizens demand a re-evaluation of their country's role in the Middle East. France's actions have exposed significant cracks within the EU's unified foreign policy framework. While countries like Germany continue to support Israel militarily, Macron's decision on October 5, 2024 could signal a pivotal shift in European diplomacy. The EU has long been divided on its arms trade policy regarding conflict zones, but this recent move has made those divides more pronounced. Is this the beginning of a larger ideological split within the EU? Which countries are likely to follow France's lead? And what will be the broader implications for EU cohesion and Middle Eastern politics? Israel is already under immense pressure in its operations against Hamas, especially after the recent escalations in October 2024. With key military supplies from France cut off, Israel will now face significant challenges in replenishing advanced technologies and critical equipment. What are the viable alternatives for Israel in this new geopolitical landscape? Will it turn to the United States for increased military aid? Or will it expand its reliance on local military production capabilities? As we analyze, key sectors are the most affected, from aerospace advancements to cyber defense systems, and how this move has the potential to reshape Israel's defense strategy. The halt in French arms shipments to Israel could have significant ripple effects across the Middle East. Without European arms, Israel's regional adversaries, Iran, Hezbollah, and Hamas, could feel emboldened, potentially escalating tensions. Israel may need to pivot to maintain its strategic edge, possibly increasing its reliance on domestic production. We might also see Israel forging closer ties with non-European Union arms suppliers like India or South Korea, especially in light of recent defense agreements signed in 2024. Human rights organizations like Amnesty International have long called for an end to arms sales to Israel, citing civilian casualties and violations of international law. Macron's announcement on October 5, 2024, has drawn praise from these groups, but has it come too late to make a significant impact? We can now see how international pressure, especially from the United Nations and European Union, is shaping arms trade policies globally, and that's one of the main reasons why France decided to act now, considering the escalating conflict and humanitarian crisis in the region. Some argue that Macron's decision was less about ethics and more about positioning France as a moral leader in Europe, especially in light of recent EU sanctions on arms trade. With arms sales generating billions annually, this move could be seen as a significant economic risk. Did Macron sacrifice economic interest to boost his international image? Or was it a calculated response to international pressure? Or is there a deeper political play here, considering the recent 2024 European Parliament elections and France's role in NATO? With France halting arms shipments, Israel faces a critical juncture in its defense strategy. This move could deepen Israel's reliance on the United States, which has been a steadfast ally and major arms supplier. Alternatively, Israel might diversify its sources, turning to Asian powers like China and India, who have shown interest in defense collaborations. The Israeli defense industry, known for its cutting-edge technology, may need to innovate further to maintain its edge. This embargo could catalyze a significant shift in Israel's procurement strategies, potentially reshaping its defense landscape for years to come. At home, Macron's decision to halt arms shipments to Israel has sparked significant debate. His approval ratings have seen a notable decline as protests intensify across major cities. Analysts are divided on whether this move will consolidate support among his base or further alienate him from key political factions. Macron's decision to halt arms shipments to Israel might set a significant precedent for future arms sales, particularly in conflict zones like Yemen, where humanitarian crises are exacerbated by ongoing military actions. In Ukraine, the implications could be profound, potentially influencing the dynamics of the ongoing conflict. As of October 2024, France's move could reshape the global arms trade, affecting how countries supply arms amidst conflict and possibly leading to stricter international regulations. France's defense industry won't walk away unscathed. What does this mean for companies like Dassault and Thales, which have benefited from Israel's defense contracts? How will France's defense industry will adapt and could face losses in the billions? With the European Union's increasing focus on strategic autonomy and the global shift in defense alliances, French defense companies may need to pivot towards new markets and innovate to stay competitive. Analysts predict that the long-term impacts could reshape the landscape of France's defense sector in 2024 and beyond. That's the comprehensive analysis of France's decision to halt arms shipments to Israel, a move that has significant global implications. How do you think this will affect the geopolitical landscape? Share your insights in the comments below, and if you found this analysis valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to Milwaukee Insights for more detailed and timely content like this, especially as we approach 2025.